So, for those who don't know, KAWS is gonna be releasing a video pretty soon. Actually, it should release today, if not tomorrow, depending on whenever day this video is uploaded. But more importantly, you're gonna see about 3 of those little KAWS dolls or toys or whatever you wanna call them sitting right here. And even more importantly than that, I'm gonna talk about the number one reason or the number few reasons why an artist like KAWS will always sell out his artwork immediately, right? Now, for those that are new here, my name is Jeroy Heron. I help visual artists make consistent art sales using social media. So with that being said, we're gonna jump straight into it. Now, jumping into it, first thing first, the reason KAWS would never ever not sell out his artwork, at least his prints or less expensive works, is mainly because of his style of art. So in today's time, there's a particular style of art that's just simply more popular than others. Now, that's not meant to be said that your specific style or a different style cannot sell, because I have a ton of artists that creates completely different art from artists like KAWS, and they still make a ton of sales. But when you create this specific style of art, your chances of selling that art automatically rises like crazy. And I explain this style to you, or I actually dive a bit deeper and talk about the details behind the style. So in today's time, what's very popular is color. People love color. Bright colors do best. Now, when it comes to color, that's only one factor. Secondly, to color, the ideal of playing with abstract and surrealism together creates something very beautiful to the eye. And this is what a lot of people are attracted to in today's time. You will see other artists like James Jean and Takashi Murakami do these same things with their artwork. Their art lies on that thin line of abstract, but also have a ton of surrealism items in that artwork as well. Now, when you create artwork like this, like I mentioned before, it just automatically appeals to the average person. And also, it could fit into almost any culture, right? You will see young people interested in their styles of artwork as well as older people, right? It don't matter the race. Everyone loves that style of artwork. It's just what seems to be popular at the moment. Second, the number second reason. Anyway, the number 2 reason is because their work is affordable yet expensive, right? So because they have those more expensive works, because they showed in big galleries and put in the test of time and did a lot of the right marketing, they're able to charge hundreds of thousands for their work. And in reality, when you have something that's worth 100,000 or more, people that cannot afford those works, like myself, will be more than happy to spend money on something less expensive. But even more importantly, those less expensive items become more desirable, right? Because now we're talking about scarcity. Because when he could have something that's much more expensive, he could put a limited print on these less expensive items to raise that perceived value, right? And this is what makes all the difference, and this is why their work sell out so fast. So when you're able to, one, have very desirable work, two, have a brand behind you, so you build up the marketing ahead of time, and then three, be able to build scarcity, sales become very easy at that point, right? Not to mention the work is desirable by everyone, right? And these are some key things to listen to, because in reality, this video you're probably not gonna learn much from it. It's just more me just talking. We just hanging out today. This is not one of those lessons where you take notes, jot it down, and apply it to your own art career. I'm not saying change your art style. Keep doing what you do. But this is just us hanging out, you know, getting to know each other a little bit more personally. Anyways, last, they are very relevant. And what I mean by they, I'm talking about artists like James Jean, Takashi Murakami, and KAWS. So what I mean by relevant, let's take KAWS for example. KAWS build that audience outside of the art industry. And this is very key. This is actually something you can take notes on. This is something I teach to artists I work with now. When you build that audience outside of the art industry, and I'm talking about everyday people, not collectors, then you're able to build long-term wealth, because you will always have that fan base there as long as you're willing to stay or put in the work to stay in front of that fan base, right? So in KAWS earlier days, when he was creating his work, he used to put his artwork on bus stops. And when he put his artwork on bus stops, everyday folks would see his work and just become more familiar with his work. And then that started to build recognition for his art career. Now, as that began to grow and more people started seeing his work, then his work became more desirable. So if I was to backtrack a bit, first thing first, his artwork is already desirable. Second, he have a lot of people that's buying it at the expensive price points. So those less expensive works become more desirable for those like myself and most likely you watching this video. And then third, he get his work in front of everyone, right? So he's not just taking that gallery route and trying to get his work in front of collectors, what I see a lot of artists do in today's time, but he's leveraging everyday people, which is why he has such a big following on social media today, right? I'm saying this to say he would never, ever, ever not sell out of artwork, right? And it's because he have the following. He leveraged the power of the people. Before there was social media, he was still getting his work in front of everyday people using bus stops. Now that there's social media, he gets work in front of even more people using social media platforms like Instagram. And then on top of that, when you create a very desirable style, it becomes almost impossible not to make sales. I don't know why. Lately I just been really liking a little walk away thing at the end in the beginning. I think it's kind of cool, you know, because I feel like me sitting here can get a bit boring. So when I walk away, you just give that little at the end of the video, because I don't do like no close out or nothing like that. So I just want to let you know that.